bunch of the epoxy is soaked through from the back and is now chilling on the outside. This is the first part we tried without the bleeder. I want to see if it doesn't, because sometimes when you add the bleeder, we've had it have some voids in the front of it. I was thinking maybe it's because we were pulling too much air out of the part, but wasn't sure. But I would probably still use a bleeder because it gives us a very similar finish on the back, but I feel like getting more of this resin out would be beneficial.
Hey, it's like glass.
Well, it will look like glass once we wash all the what's it called? PVA.
Nothing a little spit shine can't handle. Dude, you'll have to use a lot of spit.
I can feel it getting tacky. But yeah, so the PVA is still on this side. But what we're gonna do is, I guess, just spray it down with the hose because PVA is water soluble, and then we'll trim out the actual splitter shape and start to mount that up. The front bump. Remember that episode we were making the Mario swim noises?
Yep. We'll say this is how they do thunderstorm sound effects.
That too. Looking good. Gloss or matte? Gloss on the top at least. Probably gloss all the way around. What do you mean on the top? Do the lip matte? Like the edge of it? I think the bottom. Bottom needs to be cleared too, so I'll probably do the gloss on both sides. You can see like the texture from this. Yeah, I mean as long as it's smooth. Okay, so we've drilled a hole, well, 8 holes through the actual lip. These corners are going to stay open, the ones like the radiator ducts right here. So actually make sure that everything's like, you know, you can reach them all from here, except for the corner. You can just put your hand in the edge. But to make it even easier, we're going to install. We're going to use these like threaded inserts that you epoxy on. They have little holes in them. These are from Rotalock. I bought these on eBay. Whenever I see these go for sale, it's usually for like a big bag of them. I'll grab them, but these are actually in standard thread, which is annoying, so I had to buy some.
Standard locking nuts.
10, 24, yeah. Standard locking nuts. We're also going to use these.
So I wonder what they use
washers.
these for.
These?
Yeah.
They're generally made to like be bonded into composites. Like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I popped a couple little holes in this edge here, so I'm going to go back through with some epoxy, but I'm also going to sand everything down. You can see there's still some of the what's it called?
Fuel ply? I mean, PVA.
PVA, yeah. Still some of the PVA. Still need to do some more washing of it, but so we can just at least get a sense of this. The actual rotor lock piece is going to come from the bottom, and then we'll put that big fat washer on there.
Then you have a really long spin before the trim.
What I'll probably do is cut these down a good bit. I like that they sell them this long though, so if you need it, 2.5 inches long, you can keep it, or you can just cut it down to whatever length you need. Just make sure you keep at least a bolt or two on, so you can make sure the threads are still good. But what we'll do at the bottom is we'll loosen it up a little bit, put some epoxy in the actual holes and like underneath where it actually bonds to it, and then we'll tighten it up, snug it up, make sure it's all smooth on the bottom. And that way we actually have like a nice bit of hardware that if you scrape it a whole bunch of times, it's not gonna like just start, like if you have like a big bolt head underneath your splitter and you start dragging it and you scrape against the ground, you could shear off the head of you could slowly grind off the head of the actual nut, and then you can't like get an actual socket on it and spin it off, so it can be super annoying. This splitter, he's gonna daily drive this thing too, as well as track duty, so he wanted it to be not so aggressive. So it only sticks out 2 inches from the bumper anyways, but I think it looks good. And the bumper for some reason didn't have like the this inner piece made to it. A lot of like the GT3 RS bumpers have this big panel that goes across it, and they have like bolts that bolted up to the bottom of the frunk. But so we didn't have them. This solves that problem as well. And now he's got a good Aero benefits.
Dude, I like how it's called a frunk.
Yeah.
I was like, hold up, did he mean to say that? But then
It's your front trunk. Yeah, so we'll
just frunk it, bruh.
get these boys set up. So we have it all set up so I can get to the back half of it. We have this 2-part clear epoxy. It's 5-minute Gorilla Glue. I've used this stuff before. It's nice for like small stuff. It's a little thicker than a lot of the other epoxies I would normally use. For small little bonding stuff like this, it's pretty good. Plus it's clear, and what I'll do is I'll kind of make a little blob around everything, and then we'll tighten it up. And once we tighten them up, they'll actually sink into the panel a little bit. And
that's why I did notice they have like a little lip.
Yeah, so once I tighten them up, they'll actually get in there. But I don't want to tighten them up yet because I want to get this epoxy underneath them.
That's another convenient thing with this epoxy is you can get it from your local hardware store.
Yeah, they sell this at like Home Depot. Since they have little holes, it gets a nice mechanical bond. They're just pressing it through the little holes in the face of them until it comes out the sides. Then once we tighten it up, it'll really squeeze out the last bit of it. So they've all been tightened up. I'm gonna wait for them to fully dry before I actually take it off and do like another test fit, stuff like that. But seems pretty straightforward so far. So we can go ahead. Oh, we should have waited before we put it on the bumper. Looks spicy. Especially now we have this tow hook. This is actually a Porsche Motorsports tow hook. Pallet just dropped off yesterday. Actually pulls out.
Man, that's actually pretty nice.
I guess what I was thinking about it, like what if you like wrap a chain or something like that in there, and then like as soon as you take tension off of it, it's gonna like
oh, damn.
smack back in your bumper.
Yeah.
And it's like also like a huge ass hole, and You can always see the tow hook anyway, so why not just have a tow hook? They screw on and off. Porsche stuff. I guess that's how it was OEM, so cool.
I mean, it sold me for all of 2 seconds until you explained
Don't
that.
worry, it's not stupid. It's very cool. Just kidding. Germany. I'm happy with it. Still needs to be cleared, obviously, but the edge won't be all scraped up from grinding at it and stuff. But I need to clear the canards as well, but I still need to finish the rear wing, clear the rear wing. That's carbon too, and then we're also got to do a diffuser. So. Okay, well, so that's pretty much it. Super happy with this. Super structural, very lightweight. Exactly what he wanted. Doesn't stick out too far. It'll look really nice once it's been cleared. We'll try to get a couple shots of that later in another episode. We'll just throw it in there. We'll also show the rear diffuser and spoiler. But all in all, it's a super light part, and it'll do exactly what he's looking to have it done. So, and you can actually still get to all of the mounting hardware, which is pretty nice. So you can just come in here, boop, 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 drop a couple bolts, drop it off. Hopefully don't go off track and explode it, but you know, track is off. So we'll see you in the next episode.